right, I got to tell you, I'm really excited. I'm excited about this because I know how hard it is in these Corona streets. I get it. I 100% get it. But I got to tell you something. I don't care what kind of business you run. I don't care how long you've been in business, how long you haven't been in business. I'm here to tell you that 100%, this is not just a time for you to be this is not a time for you to be letting go of employees or just closing your shop and sitting at home. This is 100% for you to get back in the driver's seat of your car. You're the CEO of the company. It is imperative that you drive the damn car, that you drive the car regardless of whether it feels or seems possible. And yes, after you fill out the forms and you reorganize yourself mentally, I mean, yes, I get it. We got to do that stuff first. But right after that, we've got to get right back in the seat. We've got to get right back in the driver's seat. I mean, after all, we're the CEO, right? My number one goal during this episode is to not just walk you through how to grow your business during the coronavirus era, but really and truly how to strap your business so that way, not only can you begin to grow, but you can put money back in the bank. You can put your employees back to work. You can build back your confidence. And more importantly, you can stand up to a place in a time where you feel defeated. Because, the coronavirus is, I hate to say this, and I don't want to call it a gift. I really want to call it an opportunity. For the CEO that saw the door slam and didn't know what to do next, it's an opportunity to reinvent yourself. My objective is to give you 3 things that you absolutely can do right now, not just really to improve or shift. And this is not about reorganizing a closet. This is not about, filing papers. No, this is about making money. These are the 3 areas that right now, hands down, there's opportunity, and I don't want you to miss them. So I'm going to beg you, get some paper, get pen, hunker down, get wine, whiskey, or really, really cold water and take notes, because I'm going to go really quickly. And more importantly, together, we're going to outline exactly how you're going to thrive in these Corona streets. All right, so I'm going to jump right into this because first and foremost, I want to kind of put this in front of you. So number 1, regardless of what product you sell, the internet is still open. Not only is the internet still open, but as long as the internet is open, commerce is possible. Commerce is possible, but not just the normal 8 to 5 hours or 8 to 5 or 8 to 6 that your company was open before. Or even if you're a restaurant, you're like, Tiffany, we were open from 11 to 9. I get it. But it's not going to change the fact that the internet is open. And as long as the internet is open and we can access it, you can make money. Whether you can access it directly or you have to access it indirectly, you can make money. Because I, as the consumer, I still have problems that I want solved. I still have things that I'd like to explore. I actually have brand new problems that I need to solve. So the internet is your friend. And it's crazy because I even for myself as running my company here at Do the Damn Thing Nation, I got to tell you, there was a time in which people tried to get me to understand or be entertained by selling on the internet. I mean, when I started my very first business, it was a gift basket business. And I didn't start that business because I had a passion for gift baskets. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I sucked at that stuff. I read in a book that you could make $50,000 a year and start this business with $100. And I borrowed $100. I started this business on my living room floor. Maya, my middle child, she was probably about 4 or 5 months because she was crawling around then. And I can remember right now, so many people coming and telling me, well, Tiffany, you could do, you could start the gift basket business. And probably they were like, why the hell are you doing that? Because I don't even know how to tie bows, damn it. But regardless, I needed to make money. I needed to make money. And right now I'm going to believe that you're here with me because you too need to make money. You too need to put dollars in your bank account. And in this moment, I will tell you that I was approached more than once about considering putting my baskets online. But at that time, I allowed fear and insecurity around what I didn't understand or that's not possible. Or I already told myself as a CEO, hey, this is going to take a ton of time and like a ton of time, a ton of knowledge, and we're too far away from it. Truth be told, I look back and I say, I wish I had at least entertained because I didn't understand the power of the internet back then. And fast forward, even in building a multiple 7-figure business, I would say we used the internet solely to make sure that we had a website and to make sure that when social media came around that we at least had a profile that you could click on. But never did we aggressively go after sales online, which is so doggone sad because the internet was open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The internet was open longer than the doors that we were open regionally. The internet was open on Saturday and Sunday when my employees wanted to go to sleep. The internet was open when we had employees that got sick. The internet was flipping open and we didn't sell there. I fast forward, I say to myself, man, not only is the internet the place to be, but today, if we in the company I run today, so Do the Damn Thing Nation has been around for 5 years, and it's taken me, I don't know, maybe 3 years into the 5-year run to really truly have an aggressive model around paying attention to what's happening online. And before this, we dabbled online, but I can't really tell you that we paid attention to it. I can't really tell you that we had an aggressive model. Our model was to organically play on social media and then through that generate leads. But those leads we would turn into sales offline. My mind really shifted around our ability to sell the same product and service in a different way, but to sell it online where the consumer could acquire the product, enjoy it, and more importantly, be satisfied enough to take the next step with us without not necessarily interacting with us. Now, I'm going to get back to that in a moment because my statement, the thing I want to make clear is I don't care what product or service you have. Like, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me what product or service you have. What does matter to me is that you're crystal clear that your willingness to rethink the way you solve the problem you've been solving for a long time is going to be your gateway to you turning your company around, to you putting people back to work, and to you being able to actually meet your revenue goals this year. Concept number 2, people still have money. So number 1, the internet is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay. And period. There's like a period after that. All right. Number 2, people still have money. Yes, there are. I mean, my God, I'm not going to lie. I was just yesterday looking at the stats of the amount of people, and I'm like, does that say 25 million people have filed for unemployment? What? You know, it's kind of crazy because I know that there's people who believe that the Great Depression was way worse, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. I won't call myself an economist, but I've been putting millions of dollars into the economy for the last 14, 15 years. I have added millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars into the economy. And having hired people, fired people, I'll tell you this. The Great Depression, I think we hovered at about 26%, 25 or plus percent unemployment during that time. And right now we're well into the 20s. And I believe wholeheartedly that that number is going to continue to climb. I wholeheartedly believe that there are many people in our economy who cannot file for unemployment because of the nature of the work of what they do. I believe 100% that this time is going to be worse. And which is why it's all the more important for me, for you to be prepared. Because regardless of the fact that the recession's here, people still have money in their accounts. People still have money. There are still people with money. There are still people with lots of money. There are still people who have a little bit of money. There are people with dollars in accounts and they have cards and they have the ability to pay, but they're only going to pay for a product or a service that they believe is going to solve a problem for them. Your question, your statement to yourself is, how much are you going to solve a problem for them? How will you solve a problem? How will you solve a problem? How do you take what you do and solve a problem? All right, concept number 3 before we get into the how. Concept number 3 is you are going to have to get creative. You're going to have to get creative. You're going to have to get creative and not just reimagine how you solve the problem, but reimagine who you might be solving the problem for. And I'm going to leave it at that. You're going to have to get creative. If you don't own a whiteboard, you don't have a whiteboard near you, I can't I almost think sometimes I can't live without a whiteboard. Or, if it's not a whiteboard, then it's a sticky sheet. And if it's not a sticky sheet, I mean, like literally one of those things at Office Depot that costs like $35 that you tear off that big behind sticky note and you stick it to a wall. If you don't have one of those, then get a dry erase marker and use your sliding glass door or a window or your mirror in your bathroom. I have made a lot of money by taking my ideas and my thoughts, because there were many times that I could not afford, or I lived in a little apartment. And I wouldn't even say the little apartment was the reason, but maybe it was why I didn't have the sticky pad or the note, or I was just in the heat of the moment kind of a thing. And I really, truly needed to get my thought out. But you're going to need to brainstorm, and you're going to need the space in the room to do it. Don't sleep on what I'm telling you to do here. Either get a mirror in your bathroom, a sliding glass door, or a window, get a dry erase marker and go to town and start planning and dreaming and reimagining. But you've got to be able to get your thoughts out on paper, and you've got to be able to rework it many times until you land on something that'll work. All right. Now, number one. So the number one thing that the number one place that you need to turn to in order to start thinking about putting dollars in your bank account is you've got to create a product. Your company needs a product. I don't need you to have 5, but you need a product that you can sell online. You need a product that you can sell online. You need a product that you can sell online. Let me give you some ideas. So, not ideas, things I know for sure I would do. If I were in childcare right now and I run a daycare, I would 100% create kits or activities, and I would offer babysitting, remote babysitting online in a heartbeat, hands down. We've actually had people ask us if we would sell that to them. And I laugh at it. But the truth is that I would pay for it, hands down. If I owned a restaurant, I would start to sell some of our either special recipes or cook with a chef online. Cook with the chef. I would take a head chef. I would have people go and buy the ingredients. I would do a couple hundred at a time. Like if I were at the Cheesecake Factory or maybe P.F. Chang's or something like that, I would 100% have people cook with us online. Your favorite recipe, I'd make a whole thing of it. And I would sell the recipe, the time, and the ability to cook. Maybe I put that in a community or a Facebook group, but for sure, and I say a group meaning so that we could share. I have this whole thing lined out. I have so many ideas as to how a company could make money reinventing how they sell their products and services, but more importantly, taking a focus on one product and selling it online. Here's the key. You have to just sell one product. I really want to highlight that. It's really about the one product run. Now, the third thing for sure is that I don't want you to underestimate the fact that I want to be taught. So you might have in the past sold and focused on, you might have a company that sells a service in which you're doing for people. And you're doing the labor, you're doing the work that's involved, and doing the work and doing the labor is awesome. But I want to make this tiny statement. The world wants to pay you for what your company knows. The world doesn't necessarily need to pay you for what you can do. The world wants to pay you for what you know, what your company knows, your proprietary information. There's this scarcity idea that if I give you my proprietary information, that I'm going to be left without because you're going to have all my special stuff and you're not going to need me anymore. And it's quite the contrary. I mean, we service people literally around the world, and a couple of times a year we run completely 100% free. I don't want to say webinars because they're not webinars. They're boot camps or they're intensives. They last anywhere from 5 to 7 days. I won't say classified, but we teach our proprietary content of how to grow a business and how to grow a business without an online funnel, how to grow a business at any time, how to grow a business without any kind of right time, right place thing. Because I built a 7-figure business without an online funnel, without a loan from a family member, without a credit card, and without nailing a big contract right out of the gate. I started a business from zero and got to multiple and built, and we got to multiple 7 figures. We had a handful of employees and 3 offices, when I sold it. And every time I think back to not just that company, but the companies before that I had built before then, they weren't 7-figure businesses. They were multiple 6-figure businesses, but I turned my whole life around simply by getting creative. Sometimes I ask myself, like, what's the greatest skill that a CEO could have or could strive to fight for? It's creativity. Sales and marketing goes second, but I'll be quite black and white with you. I mean, damn it, sales and marketing thrive because of creativity. Peter Drucker talks about a business as marketing and innovation. And yeah, I believe that's true to an extent, but I don't honestly, I say it's true to an extent. I think I'm saying that to just be nice. I actually think that it's dead wrong. I do. I believe 100% it's dead wrong. I mean, yeah, it's marketing and innovation, but it's really actually also sales. It's really also sales because you can market and be innovative all you want, but if you don't have a way to sell your product, then that statement's incomplete and then you're still broke. So I'm going to say that creativity for me now, and I went off on a tangent, but let me come back on track here. So creativity is the greatest skill that you can acquire. And right out of the gate, when I started my company, I wouldn't say that I was creative. I would say that I was practical and desperate. But my willingness to spend my time with a dry erase marker and be on a window, be on a mirror, and really map out my ideas and really rethink what I thought to be the norm and allow myself the possibility to just dream, to allow myself the possibility to just dive in. It really changed everything. It forced me to get more and more creative every day. It forced me to look at things objectively. It forced me to look at ways in which we helped people or ways in which I sold the same product and service differently than my competitors, because I don't even need to really be the best. I actually just need to be different. I need to be different. Selling a product online is not optional in today's market. And really and truly, hopefully, after today, I actually believe every company should be selling online. You're missing out on $1 million by not doing so. You're missing out on a whole lot, actually, just by not doing so. Market share, other countries, different types of customers who aren't in your region. We have, and Do the Damn Thing Nation. So on Facebook, we have a group for business owners in which we show you how to grow or how to scale your business. So whether you're trying to get to $1 million, you're trying to add, or you're going to add $1 million, this group 100% is for you. It is not a group for the faint of heart. It is 100% a group for those who want to learn either how to get to the million or add $1 million, but our focus is 100% on story. It's 100% on using your company's story on how to reach a different audience, how to reach the audience that needs you best and most. And more importantly, it often has hidden the products and services that you need to sell. This concept has been clear for me on all types of industries and businesses, from therapists, practices, law firms, accountants, straight through to chimney companies. This is whether you're at 800,000, 80,000, or 8 million. It doesn't change the fact that I'm clear that you will either get to $1 million or add $1 million simply by using your story. If you could walk into your company's history, and because I know the next question is, okay, great. If I should sell online, then what do I sell? The easiest place to look is to look in the company's history and into the company's story. You'd be so fascinated by what people want, how people want their problem solved. Not just the fact that they want it solved, but how they want it solved. Because if you can be clear on how they want this problem solved, then it's going to be easy for you to be the one to solve it. And you're going to give them something that they've never heard before. And you're going to put them in a place in which you've connected with them emotionally. I don't care what recession is at hand. If you can connect with the human heart, if you can connect with the consumer right where they are emotionally, you'll get them to spend all of their dollars, half of their dollars, or a part of their dollars. And you will build a relationship that's far more than a quick dollar. You're going to build a relationship in which that consumer will be willing to spend the dollar, whether or not it's the right business. It's the right business decision. It's the right decision for their home or their family right now. And no, I'm not encouraging you to have people spend money on things that they don't need and to not pay their light bill. But I am saying to you, it is not your responsibility to determine what that person spends money on. It is your responsibility to give them something that solves a problem and helps them get better in their life, in their day, or in their business. It is 100% your responsibility to do that. Hands down. I don't care what you sell. In our community, let me get back to that. So in our community, you'll have access to we've got a website, we've got a whole tools page, and it's www.dtdttools.com, which stands for do the damn thing, tools.com. This is where we have all of the tools that we use right now to build online, to build a business online. And we put this together because we wanted to make it really easy and clear and clean. Like, where do you start? On there, we have the tool that allows you to build a course or a product or a training or a simple landing page. We have tools that allow you to get things transcribed lickety split. We have tools that allow you to create some form of an online product. And more importantly, we also have night school. So night school happens, night school happens a couple of times for the year traditionally, but this year we are hyper focused on making sure we at least put night school for the public every 2 months. Every 2 months? Yeah, every 2 months. I guess it's every 8 weeks. I was going to say, is 8 weeks 2 months? Every 8 weeks, because they're wildly successful. We have many countries that hop into this room. I would say we're hitting about half of the continents, which is exciting, and a lot of islands. But what's key is that regardless of where you are, this is a prime time in which I'm going to show, I'm personally going to teach for multiple days the absolute how. How do I grow my business right now? How do I get stronger? How do I actually make money? How do I reinvent the products and services that we have and not feel like it's impossible? Because it's possible. It's possible if you're willing to not think small. It's possible if you're willing to do the hard stuff. And it's possible if you're willing to get creative. I will tell you, not being in the right environment, it's tough to get creative, a man or a woman. If you're a man out there hiding, you're like, you know what, I'm not getting creative, I'm not sharing how I feel with people. Like, I'm just going to talk about the grit. Then I'm going to say, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Save yourself. If you're the woman who's like, I'm going to just kind of hunker down alone, I'll tell you what, the world right now will be much easier for you making money if you connect with people, which is why I'm going to extend an invitation to you to hunt our Do the Damn Thing Nation on Facebook or our Do the Damn Thing Nation on LinkedIn. And forget all that. You can really just come hang out on our list. Because at the end of the day, forget Facebook and forget LinkedIn. If you just chime on our list, I'm going to show you exactly how to use your story, how to let go of small thinking, but more importantly, how to be the CEO of your company and lead your team and lead your community and lead your customers and clients, because that's what they're looking for. They're not looking for you to sit down right now. They're looking for you to stand up into flipping lead. And damn it if you don't lead. And trust me when I say I get it. I'm sure there are days that you're like, I don't even want to get out of bed. I've had those days. I've had those days. I talk about it all the time from stage where I'm like, I can't flipping get out of bed. Or for me, it was like I couldn't get out of the bathroom. And not because I was hanging out of the bathroom, because I would hide in the bathroom in our office and cry. We had employees, we had tens of thousands of dollars that I needed to hit for payroll. And I was like, I have no clue how we're going to come up with $48,000 right now. Like, what? You're crazy. 27,000, 52,000. I don't know how the hell we're going to do that. And so because I had no clue how we were going to do that, there were times that I felt trapped and I didn't want to lead. But right now, this is not just this pandemic. This pandemic is just a wake up call. It's a wake up call that you're the CEO. You signed up for this. I'm the CEO. I signed up for this, which means we've got to step to the occasion. Deep breath. We've got to step to the occasion. And I want to let you know that you can grow and you can thrive. But number one, you've got to sell something online. Number two, you need to repackage the product that you have been selling for a very long time. And you don't need to sell all of it. You just need to focus and zero in on one thing. And three, you need to you've got to focus on community. And the problem with just being out in social media, like out there, is that you can't really build community. You build followers who chime in, but they don't really get the ability to connect and thrive in the midst of all these different people. And the greatest way for you to continue the dollar going is to create community around the product and service that you're selling. I hope that makes sense. So if you've got any questions and you're like, Tiffany, I'm a little bit lost, please consider working out with us. You can head to tiffanylargy.com/apply. And it might just mean that you need to brainstorm how to get this done. It might just mean that you're like, you know what, we're running a company. We've got 100 employees sitting at home and we don't know how to get them to sell anything. Regardless of what it is that you do or don't sell, I promise you a sale or the sales that you need to continue to forecast for 2020 and 2021 are right around the corner. But it's your willingness to get creative in how you sell the products that you've been selling for a really long time, and you making a decision to solve either a new problem, a new way for a new set of people. But regardless, I know it's possible because we're living it every single day. I believe in what you can accomplish, and I'm absolutely excited about you just doing the damn thing. Whatever it is, don't wait. Don't let tomorrow come and find you and you listen to this and you don't put none of this into action. Whether it's reaching out to us, joining a group, getting on our list, or you calling up a friend, or heading to your bathroom mirror. Damn it if you don't just do the damn thing, because tomorrow it'll be too late, and tomorrow you already got other stuff to do. You don't have time to do the stuff you needed to do today, tomorrow. So get it done today. Just do the damn thing.
Man, have I told you how glad I am that you're here? Like, real talk, have I flippin' told you how glad I am that you are here, you have listened? This is the part of the show where I say, go follow us, go find us, go follow us, go stalk us, but just make sure that we're connected. Head to dothedamnthing.tv, dothedamnthing.life, or just go hang out on tiffanylargy.com. If we are not friends on Facebook, if you have not liked our Instagram page, go do that, because you're going to want to see what we're doing, how we're doing, and how we're doing the damn thing daily.